Well, hello, all my beautiful friends. Welcome back. It is so good to be doing a video for you today. And this is one of my favorite videos to do. I am going to be giving you my thoughts and my impressions of the newly released McCall patterns for the fall of 2025. So if you have been paying attention, you know that the Big Four brand has been having some problems. I have hesitated to do this video because I don't know where the future will take us with these patterns, but I love doing these videos for you. And I especially love showing you all the high fashion designs that are very similar to the pattern releases that we have been getting. And so today we are going to take a look at the McCall's patterns. Here we are on the McCall's page here, and I am loving this black and white color blocked mini top and also mini skirt. And we're going to shop the fall collection and see what this collection has to offer us. So we are starting strong with the McCalls M8601. So this is a mini fitted dress. So this is a shirt dress, and we can select the sizes 6 to 14 or 16 to 24. And for all of these patterns, we do get the option of choosing the PDF format or the paper format. And for this particular shirt dress pattern, we have a fitted and lined dress pattern that has a front and back seam detailing. We have a collar, a front button opening, shoulder pads, long sleeves with buttons. And for view A, we can decorate it with grommets, and you can see like the studs and the rivets all throughout the dress. And I absolutely love that variation because it's very fascinating to me. So it's showing that in the photo for the fabric, you can use an 8-ounce denim, and it's an indigo. And for fabric suggestions, we have cotton blends, denim, twill, wool, and wool blends. And for view C, we can even use leather. And for our lining fabrics, we just need some regular lining fabric, and it is calling for interfacing, which is lightweight interfacing. I absolutely love the seaming detail of this. When I saw the, it's called, I think, the area studded denim mini shirt dress on reversible, it is absolutely stunning. I'll put images and maybe even a video here so you can see what it looks like. You can see the close-up details of the rivets and the studs. I like this idea. I think that studded mini dress on reversible, I believe that it's no longer sold in stores. However, it is absolutely gorgeous. I thought that this was a beautiful idea. I think that the designer for the McCalls brand did a really great job at recreating this beautiful dress. And I thought it was absolutely spot on and perfect, down to the fabric and the stud choices as well. Now let's go ahead and look at the model here and see how she's wearing it. They chose a beautiful model. I love the earring pairing with it. The buttons, I think we should have a different color. Everything is kind of blending in because we have the seaming detail is very similar to the studs. And so we already have matching colors right there. I think if we had like one other color that was not matching, maybe even some silver buttons or something like that, it would have popped a little bit for the buttons. But I think that we just need a different color there. But absolutely love the fabric choice. I love the seaming details. I think this is a beautiful dress, and I would make something like this. I really would. I think it is beautiful. I'm not a huge fan of having studs all over the place, but I think maybe some pearls for myself or some type of gems or something like that would be absolutely stunning as well. You could definitely get creative with a design like this. I would definitely buy something like this. I think they nailed this look. Next, we're taking a look at the McCalls M8603, which come in the sizes 4 to 12 and 14 to 22. This is a very loose fitting flared dress that has long sleeves with an elasticated hem. You also have a bias collar that ties in the back. You have a back slit neck opening with a hook and eye closure. And for view C and A, So for view A, you have a high-low hem, and for view C, you have a tiered option. And all views are above the knee, and you do have a center back as well. So this here is very interesting. I like the different fabric choices here. You see that you have challis, charmeuse, crepe de chine, and gauze. And I love that McCalls is putting like the fabric suggestions underneath the description. That makes it very easy for people who are reviewing, like myself, to actually go through the fabric suggestions. So I really love that addition there. This here is very, very interesting. I feel like it's a cross between like a medieval dress and like a take on like a modern dress that has like the very loose fitting sleeves. So it's very interesting. I will say that for myself, and I talk about this a lot on the channel, because I have a short neck, I will not be getting anything that come up that high. Sometimes I get patterns that come up that high, like turtlenecks and things of that nature, if they're a little bit more loose fitting, and also maybe if I have like a different sleeve. But I think that this would make me look very, very broad on the top, depending on what type of fabric that I choose. And so for me personally, I would not wear something like this, but I love the tier option. I think that's absolutely stunning and gorgeous. I do feel like they should have chosen a different fabric for the model. I get that they're going with like this fall theme, but I just don't like this fabric choice here. I do like the tiered variation, but again, it's just not for me because that neckline is just way too high for me. If we had something that had like a open neckline, I think that would have been more preferable for me. And I wish they included like a similar view to what I'm referring to, with like an open neckline. And then maybe I would have, purchased something like that. But for this style, this would not be something for me. So now we're going to take a look at the McCalls M8602, which come in the sizes 8 to 16 and 18 to 26. We have a baby doll dress pattern that is close fitting through the bust. You have a loose waistline and also hips. You have front ties, a gathered bodice overlay, and an invisible back zipper. And for view A, we have 3/4 length sleeves. And for views B and C, we have angle sleeves. And in the picture with the model, we're seeing her with a printed crepe de chine fabric. And so that gives you an idea of how the dress will drape if you choose a crepe de chine. The fabric suggestions are challis, crepe de chine, gauze, and poplin, and you will need lining fabric for this because it is lined. I'm not seeing anything in high fashion that is trending right now with this look. I am seeing a lot of department stores. Mostly I'm seeing these styles on younger generations, like more youthful looks. I believe that the model wears it absolutely beautifully. I do feel like they should have chosen a different print. I think a solid color would be absolutely stunning with this particular style. I think in a blue would be beautiful. Any type of fall colors that's trending, maybe a neutral color, like some kind of tannish or brown color, kind of similar to this, or some kind of nude color, I think would be absolutely stunning. But I mean, she wears it well here as well. I think it's absolutely stunning, and it's a beautiful dress, but not something that I am in the market for right now. Let's take a look at the McCalls M8610. This is a misses pattern that can be purchased in sizes 8 to 16 or 18 to 26. We have a sleeveless knit top and skirt pattern that have a scalloped hem and invisible zipper closure. For views B and D, we have contrast panels. And in the photo, we are seeing a Ponte de Roma knit in a solid and white and black. The fabric suggestions are stretch knits only, such as your cotton knits, your jerseys, your ponte. And I think that this style is going to be better suited for a ponte knit because the ponte knit is going to have the most structure out of any of those fabric choices that they listed. And so I think this would be absolutely beautiful for a ponte knit. Now, this here is a dupe of the Anthropology mini skirt and top. and I'll put a video and an image here so you can see what it looks like. It's almost identical, and they did a really great job at replicating this. I think the model is absolutely stunning, so they chose a beautiful model. I absolutely love the way in which she wears it. Absolutely love this. I think it's a beautiful little set, and I love that it is made with some type of knit. It's going to give you a little bit more of movability with this garment. It's not going to be too structured because it's going to be made out of knit, but I absolutely love this. I think it's a beautiful transition from fall to, or from summer to fall. I like that. First of all, you could definitely add sleeves to the top, or you can put on some type of a cover up. I think a really nice long cardigan with this would be perfect to transition into fall. The skirt is just the right length. If you want to lengthen it a little bit more, you can do that as well. But I think this is an absolutely beautiful set. And if I were to purchase anything from this, I think this would be one of the first that I would purchase. So absolutely stunning. Love this. Now we're taking a look at the McCalls M8609. We have both PDF and paper format. And the size range, we're looking at sizes 6 to 14 and 16 to 24 for our group of sizes. We have a flared skirt that have side pockets, so side front pockets. We have an invisible bag zipper, a hook and eye closure. For view A, we have a skirt that is a midi knee length skirt, and for view B we have a skirt that is mid calf length, and for view C we have our ankle length or our maxi length skirt. And in the photo, we see a denim in washed blue. For our fabric suggestions, we have linen blends, medium weight denim, twill, wool blends, and we also need a lining for this one as well. And they're also calling for broadcloth or lining fabric for your lining, and it is rated as easy, and this is the line art. I think this is an absolutely beautiful, easy dress to make. I am an inverted triangle shape, and so I like things that flare, that have like a fitted waist and flare to give me some balance. So I absolutely love skirts like this. I don't have a skirt like this. The closest skirt that I have that's similar to this is that Mimi G skirt that has like the 3 or 4 panels in the front and 3 or 4 panels in the back. So it's very similar in terms of like the silhouette, but it doesn't have pockets, and also the zipper is on the side instead of the back. And so if I wanted something a little bit different that didn't have like a lot of panels, I would definitely choose a skirt like this. And I don't have a skirt like this, so I would definitely consider choosing something like this from this collection. And this is how the model is wearing it. I think it's absolutely stunning. I love that beautiful burgundy color, especially like the burgundy belt with the lighter wine burgundy shirt with this beautiful denim color skirt. I think that that pairing is absolutely stunning, and I love the way in which they styled this model. I saw a Ralph Lauren skirt that's very similar to this in terms of the silhouette. The Ralph Lauren skirt doesn't have like these really nice wide pockets at the top. It does have inseam pockets, but it doesn't have like these beautiful pockets that are a little bit more flared at the top. I love that style, and I would consider getting this skirt specifically for the pockets. I don't think that I would be able to recreate pockets on that Mimi G pattern, simply because it does have a side zipper, and this one has a back zipper. It's just easier to put pockets on the side if you don't have that side zipper. So I absolutely love that for this reason, and this gives us an idea of what we can actually do with this particular skirt pattern. I absolutely love this, and I would definitely consider recreating this Ralph Lauren skirt with something like this. Here's our second skirt of the collection. This is the McCalls M8606. This is an asymmetrical skirt that comes in sizes 8 to 16 and 18 to 26. We have a fitted ankle length skirt that have paneled designs, a handkerchief hem. We have an invisible zipper closure. View B has a contrast, and view C has a shaped hem. And the model is wearing a viscose crepe and olive animal print. And the fabric suggestions are challis, charmeuse, cotton blends, and crepes. And it is rated as easy. And here is the line art. This is very similar to a few of the butterick patterns that we have that is very similar to this. Make sure you check your stash before you decide to go out and purchase something like this, because you might have something very similar to this. I do know that they recycle a lot of these patterns all the time, especially the easier patterns. So just make sure that you check your stash to see if you have this. If you are a seasoned sewist or someone who has been collecting patterns for some time, you might find that you have something similar to this in your stash. But I do think that this is an interesting style, specifically for the color blocking options. I love being able to color block garments, and also having like these seaming details or these different options like asymmetrical lines and things of that nature, to be able to be creative with our solids and our prints, and to match pieces together to get like a really creative design. So I love these types of styles for that purpose. You can definitely select like a solid color and also a print, and then put those two together. Or you can do like different styles of polka dots, different styles of stripes, different styles, or even different colors. Like, you know, we just saw the black and white set, the knitted set that was absolutely gorgeous. So you can do something as simple as just selecting 2 colors as well, or 3 colors, and color blocking that way. It's just not something that I am interested in right now. Maybe later on I will be interested in something like this, but right now I'm not really interested in these types of skirts. As you can tell, it's pretty much fitted through the waist and also the hips. I need something a little bit more that flares at the hip. As I mentioned before with my commentary of the first skirt that we've seen, I definitely need something that flares out at the hips to kind of give me like this illusion that I have a little bit more hips, so that way I don't look just, you know, really, really huge on the top of my body. I like to look proportionate if I can, and creating this silhouette where I have a fitted, like my garment is fitted on the waist, and then flares out at my hips, kind of give like this more even look to my body. And so that's what I like to try to go for and to create. So would not be purchasing this particular style for that reason. Now we're taking a look at the McCalls M8607. This is a Mrs. Bomber jacket. We can purchase this in the sizes 8 to 16 or 18 to 26. And the description reads that we have an unlined blouse and jacket that has a pointed collar, an elastic hem, patch pockets, and button cuffs. We also have for views A and B, a front button opening, and for view C, we have the option of doing a separating front zipper. In the photo, the model is shown wearing a denim and washed blue. And for the fabric suggestions, we can choose corduroy, cotton twill, gabardine, medium weight denim, and similar fabrics like this. I even think that you can go with like a beautiful Ankara fabric or some type of African print fabric. That would also be very, very gorgeous as well. And we will need lightweight fusible interfacing, and this is rated as average. And here is the line art for this particular design. I think this is very similar to the Vogue bomber jacket that that was released about 2 or 3 years ago. I think that one was really gorgeous. That Vogue pattern, though, you definitely could sew that in like a leather. And so I'm wondering if we can actually use leather for this one as well. I love when we have bomber jackets that have raglan sleeves instead of satin sleeves. Sometimes it's really hard to get those of us who have bigger biceps to get a sleeve that actually fits. And I find, for myself anyway, that I don't have to do too much in the way of sizing down or sizing up when I have a raglan sleeve. It is so easy to fit the body as well as the sleeve to my particular body. And so I absolutely love raglan sleeve options when it comes to fitting sleeves for myself. So absolutely love this. I think it is a beautiful, beautiful jacket. I love the different patch pockets that we have on the front. So for view B, we have like our regular sour patch pockets that looks like we're going to have like some snaps on the flap. And then for view C, we have like patch pockets that have zippers. And so I absolutely love the different styles there. And let's go ahead and look and see how the model is wearing this. And this is how the model is wearing it. And I absolutely love this. I saw this beautiful denim jacket that's very similar to this on Farfetch. It's called the Sandro denim jacket, and I think it's absolutely gorgeous. There's also one on Loft that is a petite denim, and it is a barn jacket, and I'll share with you what that looks like as well. And so we do have jackets that are trending right now. Take a look at McCalls M8606, which is a missus shirt with sleeve and hem variations. We can purchase this in the sizes 6 to 14 and 16 to 24. We have a loose fitting button front shirt that have a collar with top stitching. We have a drop shoulder and chest pockets. For views A and B, we have short sleeves, and for view B, we can also purchase trim. For view C, we have long sleeves with a button cuff and also a shaped hem. The model is wearing a distressed denim in blue. And we have a corduroy, cotton blends, denim, and twill for our fabric suggestions. And this is rated as easy. So this is nothing new. We have just our basic button-up shirt that has a drop sleeve shoulder. We have plenty of these in the sewing community. What I like about this, though, is that we can do like the tunic variation. We can do a longer variation. And also it's giving you like a guide, I think so, in the pattern anyway, to put like trim or some type of embellishments on the top. So that's something a little bit new. And I have been seeing shirts like this that are trending. I'm going to go ahead and put a few images here so you can see the different styles that are trending that has like this beautiful embellishment all over the garment. Honestly, I don't know if they actually was successful in showing that in this particular image here. Let me show you what it looks like here. So here is the model wearing a variation that has like these embellishments or these trim going throughout the entire garment here. I'm going to share with you an image of the one that I like, and I think it's absolutely stunning. So I'm going to share a couple of variations here, but this first one is the Stella McCartney studded denim top, and this was seen on Reversible. So I found this on Reversible, and I thought that it was absolutely beautiful. I feel like it's like one that I think is absolutely stunning, and you can definitely recreate something like that. You can also recreate this theory top if you want something that's a little bit more simple. It's a mini shirt dress, and so you can definitely use like the tunic variation in this one here. And you can definitely recreate this beautiful white shirt dress here. It has cream buttons. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And I saw this on Bloomingdale's, and I thought that that one was absolutely stunning. But I definitely like this idea of doing like these studded garments or these garments with embellishments. And I think that's something that's really trending this year. And so if you definitely want to make a garment or recreate a garment, you don't really have to buy a lot of these patterns, especially if you already have a basic drop shoulder button up top in your stash. You can definitely just get creative and create a top that has like studs on the garment or some type of embellishments on the garment. Find you a really great inspirational picture like this beautiful Stella McCartney studded button down top here. I think would be absolutely gorgeous to go with, and then just recreate something like that that's in high fashion. So I think that these are really great patterns to have in your stash. If you don't have a pattern like this, I would definitely say go out and get you a pattern that's similar to this, because you could do so much with these types of patterns. Now let's take a look at the McCalls M8614. This is a unisex blazer that comes in sizes extra small to 2XL. We have a notch collar blazer that has a front button opening, a full welt chest pocket. You also have waist pockets with flaps and shoulder pads, and also a back vent. And in the photo, the models are seen wearing wool blend herringbone and brown, and also camel. And you do have corduroy, linen blends, twill, tweed, wool, and wool blends for our fabric choices, and you will be needing lining fabrics because the garment is supposed to be fully lined, and you're looking at cotton blends and polyester for your lining fabrics, and you do need also medium weight fusible interfacing. And here is the line art. Very, very similar to a lot of the patterns that we have. In terms of inspiration, I have seen so many different single-breasted blazers that's very similar to this. My favorite is the Ralph Lauren unisex blazer. It's very similar to this. Because it is a unisex, I think it is one of the ones that I would definitely choose myself. There's also one that I've seen on Talbot's that is a classic Sheetland blazer, which is very similar to this as well. And so I'll share with you both of those different designs. Like I said, the Ralph Lauren one is my favorite because it's unisex and it just looks absolutely stunning, I believe. And then it also gives you like some different options of how you can actually style it as well. So absolutely love, love, love this blazer. Let's go ahead and see how the models are wearing this blazer. I think absolutely stunning. Definitely screams fall to me. I love the fall colors. I absolutely love the theme that they have gone with there. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful blazer. But again, it's nothing that we haven't seen before. So again, check your stash to make sure you don't have any patterns. For me personally, I love doing these videos to be able to share with you the high fashion styles and the different inspirational designs that are out there. I'm not normally looking for stuff that I can actually purchase myself, and I'm not really encouraging you guys to buy anything at this point because I feel like many of us already have a lot of these patterns in our stash. But those of you who are beginners who are looking for something, I am not trying to exclude you at all. If you want to have something like this, I definitely would encourage you to get a blazer that's very similar to this, that is unisex, so that way you can use it for many different purposes. So this pattern here can be purchased in extra small and 2XL. We have a casual button front top that have a collar stand, patch pockets with button flap. You also have a back yoke, a box pleat, shaped hem, long sleeves with the button cuff. And for view B, we have a shaped placket. And there's also a sewing tutorial for view B. In the images, we are seeing the models wearing a pinwheel corduroy and tan and Japanese classic, Oxford, and cream. Our fabric suggestions are chambray, corduroy, cotton blends, denim, linen blends, lightweight twill, micro suede, and Oxford as well. And we will need lightweight fusible interfacing, most likely for our collar and collar stand, and also our cuffs. I do like view B. I like that it is very unique and it has like this overlap. I'm not seeing anything in high fashion that is similar to this, and I haven't even found anything. So I don't really know where this design is coming from because it just hasn't popped up for me. Maybe you guys can find it, but I haven't seen this style yet. But I do like that variation particularly because it is unique. I won't be getting it, but I do think that it is a unique style, and I love how that's kind of like a novel thing to me. And so I really do like that style. I love that we have another unisex pattern. So that is absolutely wonderful as well. And here is that beautiful design with that overlap there. Again, we can definitely recreate so many different styles with shirts. We can do, shirt dresses. We can crop them and make crop tops. Just so many different styles. And so I really love the idea of having a really great shirt dress pattern. McCalls M8620 is a blouse pattern by Laura Ashley that comes in sizes 6 to 14. I do not like that. I'm hoping that that is a mistake and that we have other additional sizes, but right now it's just showing that we only have the sizes 6 to 14. We do have the option of purchasing this in PDF or paper, but the size range is very, very narrow there, and I don't like that. This is a vintage style, so that could be part of the reason why we are having the the 6 to 14 there. But here at the bottom, it says sizes 6 to 14 only available as a PDF. So that's why they're not showing it, I guess, because I didn't click on PDF. And so for your paper copy, we can't get that in the sizes 6 to 14. So we have to purchase this as a PDF if we want to get this. So in the photo, we're seeing for view A, the model is wearing an eyelet fabric and lace trim, so it's cotton. For view B, the model is wearing a printed gingham, and that's lawn. And for view C, the model is wearing a printed mini floral, and it's in a blue, and they also have blue grosgrain on for the ribbon. The fabric suggestions are batiste, cotton blends, crepe de chine, handkerchief linen, and views B and C is also chambray and Oxford cloth. I'm not quite for certain how I feel about this. I do like that we have different variations for each view. We have different variations. I want to share with you a few of the styles that's similar to this, that's trending, specifically like a Zimmerman lacy top that's trending, that's very similar to this. I think that Zimmerman top, though, you have more of like a open line. I'm not an open neckline. I'm not sure if you have like a bib or if it's just like an open neckline. I can't remember, but I'll put the image here so you can see what it looks like. But there is another top on Neiman Marcus. It's the Vanessa Bruno lacy top, and it's very similar to view B. And I think that one's absolutely stunning. I just think for these types of styles, you definitely want to be strategic about choosing the right type of lace and fabric. I'm not a fan of this type of eyelet lace fabric with all of these different trimmings and ruffles, and I think it's a little bit too much in my opinion. I probably would have went with more of a voile fabric that was not an eyelet fabric if I was going to do like all the lace and stuff. This one here is not too bad, but I would not have chosen gingham. And then this one, again, the style line is not bad. It's just the fabric choice, I feel like, is what I would not have gone with. And I'll share with you what I'm talking about with some of these high fashion designs. Like, you can definitely choose fabric choices that would make these patterns pop. And I think that is what I'm looking for when I'm looking for a lacy top that's very similar to this and also vintage. I think that you definitely want to make sure that you have, your top, the pattern as well as the fabric. You want to make sure that they go together really, really well. Again, take a look at some of these high fashion designs. I think that they would be, in my opinion, a little bit more suitable. They would look a little bit better, in my opinion, if you're going for a modern take on a vintage style like myself. If you want to keep to the vintage styles and you want to actually choose something like this, I mean, it's nothing wrong with it. Me personally, it's just not, I don't feel like it would be a good look on me. So I'm not a huge fan of these types of looks, but absolutely love the styles that are coming out of these high fashion designs though. Here's another button up top, but it comes with shorts and pants. And this one, we do get plus sizes, so I am happy about that. It comes in sizes 10 to 18 and 20W to 28W. We have a semi-fitted shirt pattern that has a button front opening, collar, and also a drop shoulder. We have a yoke, we have back pleat, and also chest pockets. We also have high-rise shorts and also pants that have a fly front zipper. We also have back welt pockets for our shorts or our pants. And we also have a hem cuff, and the shorts also include ties. And in the photo, the model is seen wearing printed cotton poplin, view A and B, and floral stripe, and view A and C, and burgundy stripe. And for our fabric suggestions, we're looking at cotton blend fabrics, lawn, poplin, and shirting fabrics. And we're also looking at lining for this as well. So I find that this collection is very, very heavy on the lining. So we do have most of the patterns in this collection call for lining. So I'm not quite for certain how I feel about that, because I don't like a lot of garments where you have to line everything. But take a look at this shirt here. Again, very similar to a lot of the button front shirts that we're seeing, so nothing new. This here, you do get a set. These pants remind me of, I believe, pants that came in, I think it was either Simplicity or Vogue, can't remember, collection a couple years ago. So again, check your stash. Make sure you don't have a lot of these things that we are seeing here, because they do like to offer reprints of some of these things here. In terms of inspiration, I saw this beautiful outfit. It's called the Zeta shirt and shorts, and it's on the website shopgloma.com. And I think it's an African site, but I absolutely love that. I feel like this is kind of like an African fabric. It looks like it's an African fabric. I'm not quite for certain, but it does look like it's African fabric. I do like this set. I like that they're showing it on someone who appears to be a plus size person. And so you get an idea of like the different sizes here and how it would look. This here looks too much like a PJ set to me. I would not choose stripe, especially not for the top and the bottom. Maybe for the top, and for the bottom choose a solid, or vice versa. But that's just a thought. I do like this set. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I think I would make something like this. If I were to make a set, this would be something that I would absolutely love to make. I think it's very modest. It's cute. I think it's definitely a fall set. So absolutely love that set there. And then lastly, let's take a look at the McCalls M8604, which is a formal misses and women's dress. And we can select a number of sizes. We have 4 to 12, 12 to 20, 20W to 28W, and 30W to 38W. So we do have our plus sizes. This is a pattern for special occasions. We have a variation with one shoulder or a halter bodice. We also have an invisible zipper closure with length variations. There's just so much going on here. I'll let you look at the line art here. But in the photos here, we're seeing for view A and C, a silk crepe back satin in purple and green. For view B and D, it's a stretch satin in pink and blue. And for our fabric suggestions, we're looking at crepes, Dupani, satin, and taffeta. So those types of formal wear there. And I will share with you a few images here from Fashion Nova that's very similar to this. I think that the raspberry color is absolutely gorgeous on the models on the Fashion Nova website. And I think something like that would be absolutely stunning to recreate, especially for special occasions. I absolutely love this, especially this color here. I think is absolutely stunning. Love that. This one's cute, but I don't know how I feel about the train there. This is also really cute. I love the emerald green on her beautiful skin tone. Absolutely love these. They're absolutely gorgeous. I don't have any reason to make special occasion gowns anymore. My girls are out of high school. They are not, to my knowledge, not going to be bridesmaids or anything like that anytime soon. So I would not be purchasing this pattern myself, but I think it's absolutely stunning. So those are my thoughts on the latest McCalls collection. Overall, I think that it's exciting to see these styles, to see how the different designs in high fashion are very similar to the designs that the designers are coming out with at the Big Four brand.